Good morning, everybody. Welcome to CW Live. My name's Chris Webb, Head of Communications. Another strike day and seen hundreds and hundreds of picket line photos coming in already, so that's brilliant. We're going to try and mix it up a little bit today. We're trying to bring you some news from the picket lines because I know sometimes you can feel a little bit cut off. I know social media and WhatsApp groups and that help with that these days, but we want to show you that the support is amazing across the country. So on that basis, I'm delighted to be joined on the screen by, on the top right of the screen, by our National Executive Member, Tony Booch. Morning, Tony.
Morning, Chris.
Tony's down in Plymouth, past the Force Depot, so we're going to get an update from there. And then we've also got our divisional rep for South East, Steve Wisely, down in Dartford. Morning, Steve.
Yeah, we're out on the picket line, mate. Got fantastic public support here again today, and good morale amongst the strikers.
Thanks. So I'm going to come to you first, Steve, if I can, buddy. And by the way, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know you're on the picket line. I'll get them up on screen. We're going to try and get other reps on through the morning as we do these sessions as well. Steve, I'm going to come to you first if I can. Looks like a good picket line, mate. Dartford, obviously one of the strongholds of the division. Everyone in good spirits?
Yeah, really good still here, Chris. Everyone's 100% behind it. We've had some casuals going in, which is the norm. But all in all, it's a drop in the ocean what they're sending in there to do our work. And we're absolutely solid. I think the fight's there, the spirit's there, and people are determined to see the end of Rico back and the end of the money-grabbing board and see whether we can get a deal that's worthy.
Rico, not Rico back. Surely it's Simon Thompson. We've seen off Rico back, Steve. Come on.
You've got it, mate. You've got it. Early in the morning.
We have so many disputes. We don't know what CEO it is on what day, do we? Also,
we've got the same attitude.
We've got Steve Butts with us as well. I think he's trying to get in. We'll try and get Steve in shortly. Bucci, I'm going to come to you, mate. You're down at Parsifals Depot. Our members in Parsifals, that first of all, they weren't even included in the pay offer. Then they've been put in. Then they've been told they're going to have their allowances slashed. Then they've been offered a bribe to cross the picket lines. And they've been absolutely fantastic. What's the feeling like in the depot down in Plymouth, mate?
Morning, Chris. Morning, everyone. Obviously, look, I think it's fantastic. You can see behind me, there's all the guys and girls from Roborough are on strike today, supporting the union for the 9th day. And I think for some of the stuff you've said, Chris, it's spot on. So this, last Saturday, Royal Mail proposed an agreement that actually didn't include any pay rise for our Parsifals members. Then miraculously on Thursday in the revised offer, they included that upped it from 2% to 7%. But don't forget, it was on the precondition that we absolutely increase the owner drivers across that company. Later starts, later finishes, flexible working, moving to a 24/7 model. There'll be lots of pay cuts for Parsifals members because of obviously things around longs and shorts. But they're absolutely resolute with the union. They understand the union's got their interest at heart. They know the union's trying to get them a decent pay rise, and they know the union is trying to protect them from an increase of owner drivers.
Thank you, Tony. Brilliant, buddy. I think Steve we can try and get him in now. Steve, hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, we're good. Thank you, Chris. You all right?
Yeah, good. Where are you, buddy? Talk to us.
Stevenage.
Stevenage. How's it going down there, mate?
100% solid. No one's gone in.
That's what we like to hear,
well,
mate.
None of our members. We've got agency going in, obviously, but no members.
What's the sort? I mean, obviously the strike. I mean, I saw some of the stuff. I have to say, obviously in my role in comms, it's these moments can be quite difficult. But Royal Mail are sort of making my job easy at the minute with their communications and their sort of strange posts. Like yesterday, there was the weirdest interview ever that the CEO Simon Thompson had on Sky News, and they thought that was a good thing to post out. And then they posted out some fake news about people going to work, which our members then just absolutely ridiculed. Steve Butts, the members right beyond the union, ready to see this through?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Can't give in now. That's the message from Stevenage. We're in for the long haul.
Spot on, mate. Thank you. I want to come back to you, Steve. Why is he done in Dartford, buddy? Obviously, divisional rep as well. You're not just in Dartford. What's the feeling around the division, mate?
Yeah. The information we're getting right across the division at the moment is still solid. People are still coming out in numbers and supporting. We've still got the horse out in Crawley, which is a wonderful sight. But yeah, listen, it's still solid. It's still absolutely solid within the division.
Thank you, buddy. And Bucci, I'm going to come back to you if I can, mate. Tony Bucci, you told me earlier on you're going to be off the Parsifal's picket line in a bit. You're going to be going down to the local mail centre and delivery offices. You're expecting to see solid support there as well?
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I think, without a shadow of a doubt, all of the reports across the South Wales Division the supports have been unanimously supported, for the 9th day. I know that our members are resolute behind us, that they'll be the same at the mail centre and in the delivery offices. And obviously, we'll update them as anything changes throughout today and any developments, etc., etc. So members have been brilliant, and a big shout out to all of our members right across all of our all of the work functions across all of the constituencies. And look, right behind me now, look, you can see all of the Party Board members are right up for this dispute and back in the CW.
Thanks, buddy. I mean, you're on the executive. What's the feeling around the country, do you think?
From some of the stuff I've seen, Chris, it's been fantastic, mate. Without a shadow of doubt, you know me. I like to try and challenge Royal Mail back on some of the stuff that they place on their workplace. Some of the figures they put out are absolutely spurious. When you say, I've seen some of the regional operations directors saying, "Oh, fantastic! Our teams have been in today. We've delivered X amount of parcels across X amount of employees." And when you do the maths, it works out in the day, one person would have done something like 8 parcels. So you just know that that's absolutely blatant lies from it. Our branches, our divisions, all of our field officials have been out there galvanising our members this week in terms of the industrial action, updating them. And I am absolutely crystal clear that every single member trusts this union and believes everything this union is saying and are fully behind us.
Thanks. I want to come to both Steves, but I'll come to Steve Wisely first with this. I don't know if you can see this, Steve. I know you're on your phone, buddy. We had the front page of the Mirror this morning. First class disgrace. Front page of the Mirror this morning. Is it time, in your opinion, is it time in the members on that picket line opinion, that we had a change of leadership in the company?
Listen, 100%. We had the gate meeting on Tuesday. Fantastic attendance again, and that's right across the division. And to a man and to a woman, every single person stuck their hand up and said, already they've ruined it financially, and they've got to go. It's absolutely crystal clear what was on those gates on crystal clear.
Thanks, Steve. I'm going to thank you for your time, mate. So thank you, brilliant. Thanks for coming on, mate, and hopefully you may catch you later on in another picket line. Take it easy and have a great day, mate. Booch, last word to you, I think, on this session, mate, if that's all right. It's just to maybe get the members involved. Come on, let's get them on. Got the England flag here.
Yeah,
I'll balance that out, by the way, in saying that the union's strike anthem is the Welsh World Cup.
Thompson, raise your game. Give us a decent offer.
There you go. And another Plymouth Argyle fan. 3 Plymouth Argyle fans in one image. What more could the membership want this morning? But just a final word, I suppose. It's a serious situation. I mean, picket lines, in my time, can be some of the most inspirational things that you do as a union rep, can get you pumped up, can get you going. But then you've got to go home and you see your wage packet the next week and you see the impact that that's going to have in the middle of a cost of living crisis. This is a serious situation. We've got to stand firm. We've got to see this through. Your message to Royal Mail watching this, because Simon's probably sat here watching it right now. Let's be honest about it.
My message to Royal Mail is that you have to be honest with what your employees. What they've done is, yet again, Chris, yesterday they tried to do visuals and said, your union's not telling you the truth about the pay offer. We want you to vote on it. Remember that payoff, what they put on the table in terms of the whole offer is read behind the headlines on pay. We know there's problems with that pay offer anyway. It's not 9%, it's 7% with a lump sum payment that you don't even know what you've got to do to get that lump sum payment yet. But all of the changes that are linked to it, every proposal that's been put forward, read the detail, because what Royal Mail have said in that agreement is crystal clear. They have said, on a condition, the union must ballot its members on that agreement, withdraw all industrial action, and then if our members, which I absolutely 100% believe our members would reject that agreement, passionately and would vote in their droves to reject that agreement, what Royal Mail have said then is you can no longer ballot your members on pay change, on the headcount reductions and all the VR terms. And therefore, what Royal Mail are basically putting to the union is a document that will never be agreed and there's no way forward. And they need to look at what is happening up and down the country. Our members are taking today is day 10 in terms of dust action. Our members are still resolute right up and down the country, and it's time for Simon Thompson to get back in the room and come up with an agreement that resolves this dispute for everybody. But if he doesn't, then I genuinely mean this. It's time for Royal Mail managers and the board to start calling out Simon Thompson for mismanagement of this company. And it is time they call him out. But, I saw him on Sky News yesterday, Chris, where he was saying about, a big thank you to the non-operational managers for the work they did yesterday. The question from this Sky News interviewer was around the fact that postal workers had delivered over 2 years through COVID, kept the country running, and the CEO, when they had an opportunity to thank his employees and our members for the job they've done, chose not to say anything whatsoever. And for me, that is a testament that a CEO in his position couldn't even bring himself to do that. Therefore, it's time for him to go.
Spot on, buddy. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to you, mate, and thank you. Thanks for coming on at short notice as well, mate. Really appreciate it. To the members watching, I'm going to try and get Dave in the van in a little bit. He's just addressing the members at Southend picket line, and we'll do a couple of more of these. We're off to Chelmsford. I think we're off to Grays as well, and we're getting out and about, making sure the union's as visible as possible. You do what you're doing, which is support this union. So thanks to you, Booty. Most of all, though, thanks to the members. You're the pride of the trade union movement. Take it easy. Have a great day, everyone.
Cheers, Chris.